Welcome in, everybody. So, have we got the audio working right? There we go. Show some background audio a little bit. Lovely. So, welcome in. We've got a lot to get through on this video, and we're going to try and have it shorter than the last one, which we had a lot of content, if I'm honest. If you haven't checked it out, Monday's video is on YouTube. I am probably going to schedule a couple of clips to go up just to remind that's up, all that kind of stuff, and show you a few little clips of it as well and highlights from that video. But that was posted on Monday. You can find it on my YouTube. So on this video, what we're doing is we're going to cover the Zeus, the ATLS, and the Persistent Hangars, and a little bit of news as well. And also, we're going to cover a little Wild Theory, which we're going to cover in the live stream later. But technically, this is going to be posted after the live stream I'm recording before. Bit of inception and getting confused there myself. It's been a long day. Planning to go to CitizenCon, getting packed, everything today. I was going to live stream daytime and have this video kind of editing now, but I'm now recording it. So, that's what happens when you have a kid. And, and a lot of stuff to do. So, let's start off. So, we're going to check out some videos and then we'll go on to some of the content. So, we're going to switch scenes. Let's crack into it, and we're going to start off with the ATLS. So, new, not mech suit, but exo-suit. Mech suit is kind of a full-bodied one. This is an exo-suit, kind of just in addition to your body, as opposed to instead of. So, step into it. It's going to be able to increase your strength, carrying power. It's got a really good tractor beam on there. Just the build quality and kind of smoothness of it is just really nice. Every time they bring a new ship out, new equipment, new vehicle, it's just, you can see that they're just getting better every time with this. So, you've got all interactive buttons on there. All the animations are really smooth. They've fixed a couple of bugs when it initially came out in early testing where you couldn't look at your arm for the smart glass on the game. But yeah, it's really cool. This is me showing off the speed of it here, like the walking speed. And then in a minute I will sprint. There's not much difference, but if you look now and the sprinting there. So it's just holding the sprint key. So it's a little bit faster. I don't do any physical cargo loading, but it's really cool where they'll show a holographic image once you're carrying the item, just like normal tractor beaming in the game. But then you'll see a hologram projectile of where you want it to be, and you just click, and it will just snap kind of straight there almost really quickly. This is me just parking up, but really impressed by this. And something they've just added to the game is in-game for purchase now, and it's about 75,000 AUEC. credits. So that's, you could do 3, 4, 5 missions maybe off the start of the game and unlock this. So it's really impressive. I don't think there's anything else I really want to cover with that basically, but it just makes loading super simple, and it can carry up to like the largest cargo boxes, which now they've tailored it. So you used to be able to just use the small handheld tractor beam. That was the only one in the game that could do everything. Bit disproportionate. I think that can only do up to 8, maybe 16 SCU. I'll do another video another time of showing you a bit more detail if you're not familiar with Star Citizen in regards to how big the kind of cargo crates can be. But they've kind of made it scaled it relatively, because you can get a two-handed, like one big tractor beam that you can carry on your back, and then this one then does the next step. So you've got kind of 3 stages, and they kind of have overlapping sizes. Obviously, this can do every single size, and then you obviously can do bigger boxes the larger it is. So it's really cool that we've got this kind of suit now that you can actually purchase in the in-game shops. It's the quickest vehicle ever straight to, because obviously they fund this kind of crowd-funded game from selling ships and vehicles and stuff to keep it going for people that want to. You don't have to. It's just there to help support the game for people that want to. So, this is the first time it's been kind of put through it within a matter of a month or so. It's been put into the in-game shop. So that's really impressive. Really happy they did that. Moving on. We'll cover some more gameplay on that. And when I start being able to stream Star Citizen, you'll be seeing more of that. So, the next part off is, let's go on to the Zeus. So little me calling it in. This is the video. If I drag it in here we go. Look at that beauty of a ship. I really want to get one of these. It's just, the look of it is amazing. They're not going to be the most amazing combat ships. I'm interested to see what the MR is like, but the two variants they're bringing out now are going to be the ES, standing for Essential, or Exploratory Space. I don't know what ES is, that S, but yeah, Exploring version, and the CL is the Cargo version. Which is, if you've seen pictures of it, the blue and yellow one that has the cargo, a tractor beam, with really cool, first of its kind, like tractor beam arm to load cargo in the, that comes out the back, and it's really cool, like mech arm that kind of bends around. It's really intuitive and makes sense because it kind of bends out its own way when you're trying to pull cargo out the back of the ship. Really cool. And this is the exploring ship. It's got more habitation space inside and less cargo space. It's kind of stretched things out, and then the cargo, it kind of squished things up. It doesn't really lose anything but through the tour you'll see that, but it's really cool. You'll see a little sneak peek of me putting on the Zeus suit that I got from being a subscriber. This is from, like, in honor of the original kind of spacesuit, a bit like our modern day spacesuits at the minute. Obviously this is set around 900 years in the future, but the original Zeus spacecraft is very much like one of our spacecraft now. Let's not get confused with what Tesla and not Tesla, but Elon is doing with SpaceX right now. But the actual kind of normal spaceship with the underbelly that you've seen going, and the ones that kind of bring the astronauts up to the International Space Station and stuff right now, they are where this kind of one come from. And this is the second, so this is Zeus Mark II. That's where it was not inspired from, but yeah, kind of created from in lore. And that was what the first Zeus ship, which is a bit like one of our first space shuttles, is the first ship that had the quantum drive, which is like warp drive, jump drive, whatever, depending what universe and sci-fi you're going with. Fast travel. Right, let's go into the Zeus tour. This is me going through the ship. It's a bit hard because I'm not doing the animation, but this is going to be the quickest way for me to get the content out, to go over it, and to put a video together for you guys. And I'm going to be getting better at this. So yeah, again, appreciate the feedback, and just let me know your thoughts, and hopefully you appreciate me just getting the content out nonetheless, and sharing my opinions. And so really cool features in this kind of glass see-through thing to show the actual mechanisms of the hold here is really cool. It just shows that realism. It's not hidden things. It doesn't mean, like, you know, in some video games you'll see gas struts or arms and like carriage will just disappear inside the vehicle, and they'll do some magic, rendering magic, and it's not there. Everything is actually physicalized in this game. It has to fit in the ship's diameters, something that makes it take a bit longer, but yeah. Loads of little attention to detail. The things up here, they'll detach when you open them, so the actual the shield generators are actually normally connected, and when you close the doors you'll see them connect again. But they've got all the different components here that run the ship, so if some of them get damaged from bullets coming through the hull, to them just getting overrun, to the actual ship just overall taking damage, you can then heal these with with one of your like beam guns, like a charge and drain. You can heal it, not to full capacity, but you could just get it running again potentially. And then yeah, that's just really cool. All the attention to detail there is amazing in the cargo hold. Moving on, we've got some lockers here. Oh, you can see inside the ship here, but again, shows you kind of the innards of the ship, and that's all rendered in. But each one of these will have their own personal little inventory space to load in, so you'll be able to have all your crew in there. You've got a toilet here you can put away. It makes complete sense to be space saving. I think I've turned off reflections and stuff just to save my graphics in the game and performance. But yeah, all the little attentions to detail. I was trying to see if it controls the lights on this panel as well, but it's something they'll add in. In the bed, you even got like a TV above the bed, and you can even turn on 3 different stages of lighting, like on and off and emergency lighting. You've got breaking news up there as well, so the That is really cool. So if you're literally just exploring a different system and it comes out of breaking news, you know, the Xian, or you know, some alien race is attacking, or you know, cargo lanes are interrupted, all that kind of stuff, you know, it'd be really cool. Just feel immersed in the world that you can actually see what's going on. So there's only 3 bunks, not a 4th one there. There's some shelving there. This has got a seating area. That is just a wall on the cargo version, so that's kind of been squished up in this area. And the yeah, we've got this is again squished up a little bit, but again you kind of still get the same amenities. It's just not as spacious on the cargo variant. But yeah, everything's kind of, you can even get the tap running, but apparently your ship has to be low health. I saw Expat Brat put a cool video out with the pet tortoise in the sink, and because the ship had taken damage, the tap was running. Obviously it was a kind of glitch, but yeah. Oh, I nearly went past the equipment locker here, weapon locker. This is normally in the cargo hold for the Clipper, so that's been, everything shifted up. This was squished in, so this couldn't fit in the hallway here, so then it was put in the actual loading bay, just to one side. But you'll be able to put your weapons in there, heavy weapons, tractor beam, all that kind of stuff in there. You'll see more of these fire extinguishers scattered about. They are in some previous ships as well, but they'll be adding more in because they're going to be adding fire gameplay in soon. Whether that comes in 4.0 or 4.x patch, be really cool. It's going to be coming in within the next year, within the next few months, I imagine. You've got a gravity generator. I don't know if this ship just hasn't got one, or if they haven't, you know, made the one that fits in that yet, or if you just don't get it with the actual version of this game, or you might have an option of installing 2. I couldn't remember how many we had at the back of the ship, so yeah. You've got this outside airlock, which is really cool because it means you can get on top of the ship here. There's some cool bits. This is me showing off a little Easter egg. This is Ben Curtis. He's one of the, I think he's quite high up in regards to ship designers. I think he's one of the creative leads or lead designers, ship designers in one of the ship teams. Yeah, some of the ship designers are ones that are like most involved in each ship get to put their name down on them, I believe. It's just a cool thing. Really nice touch for the development team. Their name will always be there. This is me getting a cool little selfie, but ships are really cool. These guns are controlled by the pilot as well. Medium ships are probably one of the last ones where you might get some large ships that you can control and make the guns with, but generally the larger the ships, you're just going to be flying the ship when you're a pilot. You're not going to be controlling guns as well. Doesn't really make sense for the size of the ship. You know you have to have a dedicated gun at a bigger ship. Makes sense in most sci-fi kind of like lore terms. Showing off a little secret panel here, so if you're getting boarded you could hide in between this as long as you've got a spacesuit on, because I don't know if this is kind of sealed, but yeah, if you're not in atmosphere you probably would die to the exposure if you had to open both doors to get back in the ship, but that's a good little hidey spot. Life support avionics there as well, and again you see them connect there. I'm just going to put that video back a bit just so you can see what I meant earlier, where these detach. It's just the attention to detail here. You see at the top they reconnect when you close the door, and that for the shield generator. That's really cool. Another weapon logger, and you've got an extra slot there for a big weapon, heavy weapon on the regular kind of assault rifles, pistols at the top I think, and then med guns and tractor beams on the bottom. So 3 seats, all 3 can pilot the ship, I believe, so it's actually cool that your 2 co-pilots can actually fly the ship. You've got a gunner seat, a co-pilot seat, and a main pilot seat. So I don't know if it really makes sense for all 3 seats to pilot it. Maybe the gunner seat shouldn't, but it could be like a second co-pilot seat. But it's really cool if the pilot has to jump out, you know, it has to do other stuff, and allows control. I think while someone's sat in that seat, they have to they've changed it so they're the dominant driver. It's not like all of them are taking control. You're fighting to who's controlling the ship. But yeah, this is really cool where, like, if you look here, the gun will stop firing when I go past I'm trying to hold the button down right now, and it won't let you shoot your own landing gear. There's a special sensor on it basically. You'll see the crosshair change as you go over your own landing gear. So it's kind of programmed in, and even one of the guns will stop and the other one can keep shooting to keep it in. Imagine if you land on a planet and you've got infantry pushing you. You're going to want to use the gun in that situation, because you might be thinking, actually, you're not going to want to. You shouldn't be able to use the gun while you're landed. It will be relevant because you are quite high. You are almost on stilts there. But yeah, it's really cool that I think this is the first ever ship as well. This is something else, first of its kind. That it's the first one that you've been able to pilot from the co-pilot seat. But hopefully, I add it into the other ships. You can see the missiles here for the kind of glass flooring, same as at the back where you could see for the mechanisms for the hangar, and you can actually see the missiles from the outside as well, something I didn't cover quite through there. But the new MFDs here, they are really cool, nice and clean panels. You can choose what's on them. You can even change settings for it rather than actually going to the in-game settings. You've got the radar here, and this is interactable. You can zoom in and out of this now. You can actually see holographic images of relevant ships if you click on them. Sometimes, most of the time, there'll be arrows, just not to clutter up the screen too much on that radar. But they'll also have lines above or below a dot on a 2D plane, so you can tell if the ship is above or below your kind of traveling plane, your 2D plane. So it's really cool to be able to see relevant targets and things on your radar, where they are compared to you. Great if you haven't got good visibility. Great if you're in combat, or if they're out of sight from you, out of line of sight. But yeah, really good ship. Really impressed with the design of it. Could go more into detail. I just kind of wanted to summarize this. This is something that I will be trying to fly in the if it when it comes out, I hope to have it. If not, I'll be doing loads of missions to be saving up to buy this ship in game. Hopefully it's something they also add to the in-game shops ASAP. They've also got technically two other variants apart from the ES and the CL, which is the first one is the MR, which they've officially announced, which is the military kind of bounty hunting version. So in the back here, left and right, you'll have bounty kind of holds, which would be a bit like when you used to have, what was it? Let's think of Star Wars. So just here on these left and right sides on the because they haven't actually kind of completed the build, as far as I'm aware. They haven't put out official images of this. They put concept images and stuff out, but it's like Han Solo in the, I forgot what the material it was he was called, but he basically was frozen. So they've got like cryopods you'll be able to put either side of here, so that'd be really cool. They've also got an armory, so I think they've kind of like, don't know if the cargo holds even smaller than this. This is 32 SU, and then it's 128 for the cargo version, so it's like 4 times the size. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see the MR come out of the bounty hunter. It's also got an interdiction, so it can be basically EMP and can stop people flying away. Let's see what else we've covered in this video. This is the see out. So I didn't actually go into the cargo arm, I don't think. It's just literally, if we go here, I'm just going to try and cover this real quickly. It is just in this box here. So I don't know if this is extended upwards compared to the ES, but this will flap will open, and it's kind of an arm that comes out and swings out. So that's really cool. Kind of tucked away, and yeah, it's another attention detail to red and white. I couldn't tell if that was on the previous one as well. So we went through the ship again. It was very much similar. You can see the kitchen here, very much smaller. You've got the left-hand side, which is pretty much identical, but the right-hand side is kind of squished right up, so the sink isn't all open and stuff like that. So yeah, a bit less space there. Excited to be able to use them fire extinguishers. The components are different as well. I think this has got 3 level 3 shields, 3 level 2 shields, but you've got 4 shields on the Explorer version. The there's a few attention details as well on the hull of the Clipper. Let's skip through this and see if we have anything that I've not covered in the previous one. This is me shooting the guns. I did not go into the tractor beam. Something I went to go do, and I went. The wings folding out is pretty cool though. When you take off and put they kind of can tuck in and tuck out, so it should help atmospheric flight. And it's quite fast in atmosphere. It's got more of an aerodynamic body compared to some ships, or a lot of ships, shall I say, in the game. And this is me applying the paint that I bought already on the website. I didn't get the actual ship at the same time as the paint. Normally you would get both together, but the paint looked amazing. So the reason is because I got the Galaxy, so I have the money at the time to get both. I was trying to be sensible. But I said I'll get this when it comes out. But yeah, this is a beautiful looking paint and ship. It's just amazing. I think this is probably the best paint for it. There'll be a few other ones at the shop, and they'll bring out more in the future. But it's, yeah, concierge paint that you can get for it. The attention to detail, the gold detailing on the top. Yeah, really like it. So next part is we're just going to cover me moving a couple of bits around the persistent hangars. So these you can customize to your own wishes, your how you ever like. Basically, you can put tables up, you can put equipment on there, you could set a pool table up, all that kind of stuff potentially. I don't even know if you've got a pool table in the game, but you know what I mean. You can get sofas and stuff like that you can all hang out in. And these hangars are also different themed depending on what landing zone you're in. So this is an area view hangar, and I think this is the same in New Babbage and in Orison, whereas which is in Crusader. But then if you go to Area 18, which is a bit run down, I think that's a bit more industrial, and the same as Lawville. So yeah, it depends on what look you want, and also I think you've got more space in the area view at the sides to be able to put vehicles and stuff and customize it. We're in the Arrow here, which is just this is a really cool low flying ship. It's probably everyone's favorite low flying ship. Really good combat ship. It's like the F-18 of Star Citizen. Really nice. I love the look of it. Love its wing design. It can fold up, make it a bit more portable, and the main thruster engine. Just really good looking ship, and it's got that nice turret on there as well. I think it's got missiles, yeah, under the wings. You can see that. I've not really used this for combat much. It's quite short range. It's got a quantum drive, but yeah, it's really cool. And this is me parking it up and just showing off that you can, how many kind of vehicles you can kind of fit in here. And what's this I'm calling up? I think this is me calling up the Carrack. Possibly the size of this thing, and I'm going over here so you can see I've put two of my land vehicles out as well. But this is what persistent hangars can do. You can call all your vehicles in, and these will stay. The idea they should stay like this, and you can go out and do missions for the day. You can go log off on another planet, and then when you come back to your home base, this is your hangar, and your vehicles are waiting there. You could load this vehicle up and go, right, okay, this is for luxury, so I'm just going to load this up with food and drinks. And some medical supplies, and we'll just go cruising with that. This could have all weapons in if you're going to do a bunker mission. So bank robbery. That'd be pretty cool, having that as an option. Like a vault you could go into, and you have to equip yourself and have a getaway vehicle, and then you have to fly it onto it, or drive it onto a spaceship to then properly escape. Something like Fast and Furious style. There's some of my favourite video game missions. GTA Prison Break. On GTA Online, doing that with 4 players and doing the setup and build up to that, to then to get a getaway vehicle in certain spots ready, and you've got there's basically 4 of you, 2 of you getting the guy out of prison, and then 2 of you getting the getaway plane ready, and all that going on at the same time. And when it all comes together, that's amazing. Imagine obviously doing that in here, where you could have like even a bigger team or squad, or even just 2 of you, 1 of you are breaking the person out of prison, and you've got a land vehicle you've got to drive off, because there's like anti-air weapons, so you're driving one of these vehicles across the planet, and then a ship flies in like my Carrack, and someone drives onto that Carrack, and then you can fly out the atmosphere, and and then you complete the mission by dropping them off at a space station. Just the potential of this game, that's just one of the things that could happen. This is me trying to call in the Carrack, I believe, and this is also where I went. So server error popped up on the screen, so I couldn't do anything more in the game here. Now this is what their server meshing is doing, and they've got It's not session. This is something different. This is server recovery, which they set up before they completed server meshing tests. Server recovery basically means you've got a replication layer, so you're kind of copying exactly the version of the server. So if the main server crashes, it just kind of freezes for a second. It's like, okay, let me this one that's crashed that you're on, let's just delete that and reboot a new one up, and this one is just copies back onto it and moves it across. I think it works that way, where it copies it on, or you've then got a new backup one, and then the replication layer one, it becomes the main one. I'm not sure kind of what goes on in the background regarding that, but basically, essentially, the database is holding onto a copy of the data of the server, so you don't lose any progress, and then you just carry on where you left off. And because if a server crashes, it happens to everyone, apart from if you are attacking. I mean, if a server crashes, I don't think even the AI should be able to kill you. It shouldn't affect anything really. The whole kind of server should kind of freeze and then carry on when you get back on, essentially. But yeah, it just adds that, rather than it just crashing and going, oh, I've got to log back in and start again. It's just great. As you can see, it didn't even kick me out of the game. It's literally just let me carry on. And now I'm going to spawn the ship in. So I'm just going through kind of a list of ships I've got there. So then oh yeah, this is server still killed. Yeah, so this basically went through 2 server recoveries, and I'm saying my character almost had a heart attack. My heart rate went up to 168 beats per minute while I was in the screen here. It was like as if I was like doing full sprinting or under attack. It's quite funny. Other people said they had the same issue. So I've got server error. I can still go through the menus here, which I was clicking through, and then the server error disappears in a second, and then I carry on, and then I spawn my ship in. Give it a second. There we go. We spawn a ship in. So it's just an example of a server error happening. Sometimes it's a bit quicker, slower in different situations, depending on what happens to the server. But the fact they can recover it and just let you carry on playing is amazing. And that will get more and more, that will improve with time, where sometimes you won't even notice that happening, which is going to be incredible. We call him a Karakin, but yeah, this is... Can't wait for them to rework this ship as well. This is a loaner that the games gave me instead of the Galaxy. It's a very similar size to the Galaxy, and also it has its own hangar like the Galaxy does as well, but this is more of an exploration ship, whereas the Galaxy can be a refinery, it can be a cargo ship, or it can be a base building ship as well. I'm not sure if the base building module is something separate or it's just integrated into the ship itself, but yeah, Carrick's amazing, and I'm very tempted to get one day. It's just got so many cool things. You've got turrets on either side that these pop out ball turrets. You've got a massive turret on top that you can remote manage that. You've got drones built in. You've got the top level med bed inside that can fully heal you any wounds. So it's got like a hospital on board, essentially. Stellar cartography lounge, with basically for exploration. You've got arms that should stick out and be able to then map jump points as well. So it's 8 arms. They're kind of like sensors relays. This opens up at the front and you can fit a good couple of vehicles in here. You've got a hangar at the top which you can land ships inside, again landing a decent sized ship in there as well. And then you've got these modules here which should be able to, doors open, and you should be able to these will be modular, where you could have like a med bed one area where you could be able to help more than just like 1 or 2 people like the current one is built in, or you could have these as all cargo modules. They could do different things basically, so it just adds more usability to the ship depending on what your actual mission is. So really excited about that. But yeah, that's all the video bits covered, and me chatting about the Zeus, the ATLS, and the Persistent Hangars. Moving on, again, the video longer than I wanted it to be, but let's skip through and power through. So we are going to be covering some news now. So oh, look at that, 3 days, 10 hours. Oh, we're leaving in the morning for that. So I say in the morning. By the time you see this video going up, I should be on my way to CitizenCon. So this is one thing that they announced. It's really exciting. Yeah, that is amazing. Let's exit full screen. I've got my iPad right in the way there. Pyro! So yeah, basically in the Evocati testing, so it's an early testing. They announced it basically that it's Alpha 4.0 is technically out, essentially. So I think that's so they can say at CitizenCon, and also just say, look, we kind of got it out in the year, just like bear with us, we're just finalising all the rest of the bits, but it's out in players' hands, only to a select few that have either Carti. So they are like the early access people, and then it goes into waves where if you're a subscriber, you're wave 1, then wave 2 is like people that have spent quite a bit with the game and just helping it like get even a bit more access. Then wave 3, then wave 4, then wave 5. Wave 5 is everyone. Before it goes to the main servers, you have to download the game again, or you can kind of copy the data over from your main game folder if you haven't got enough hard drive space. So there's ways to make it work. Something I recently found out thanks to Solace from Beyond the Verse podcast. That was really cool to find out that you can copy that data pack much easier for people. If you don't know how to do that, if you've got Star Citizen and you never tried the PTU, which is the test universe, and want to know how to do that, just drop me a message. Excuse me. Yeah, drop me a message and I'll let you know how. Wow, having a cough and fit there. Right. So that's the next bit of news. 3.24.2, which has the Zeus, the MFD rework, which is all the screens on all the ships have been reworked, and loads of other bits. There's some other vehicles coming out and some other like leaks that we're not going to mention here. But that's all waves. And I was gonna just say not tease, but say it should be coming out soon and give you a rough idea. Whereas here we go. So this is one the Eva Carti test, by the way, what we covered here. There should be, and this is shout out to Ruben Saurus. If you're on Twitter, give him a follow because he's great for news and photography. And game photography is great for Star Citizen. But current goal is to have another 4.0 Eva Carti playtest on Wednesday. So they're going to have another one on Wednesday. They might even have another one before the weekend or at the weekend. We'll see. And then they're working for a build for a release onto the PTU later today for 3.24. However, moving on, they've actually officially announced it just a few minutes ago, about half an hour ago. I think it was, or about an hour, let's say, as the Zeus Mark II prepares to take flight this Thursday. Read about the trailblazing pilot who made it possible for the pioneering work of the Zeus Mark I and the dawn of quantum travel. So, like I mentioned, the first ever Zeus Mark I space shuttle. You can kind of see the nose of it there. They helped bring in all the future ships and quantum travel capable ships in the future. And then the Zeus Mark II has now come out, which is kind of a brand new ship off the line. Some of the previous ships and current ships that are in the universe are a bit old and battered or have a bit of aging to them because they're not their lore. They're not just come out. Whereas I think the Zeus, in its current kind of time that the game's setting at the minute, it's just come out. So yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, that should be out and playable with a brand new patch, which is on the 4.0 code base. This Thursday. I have a sneaking suspicion that they could just flick a switch and go, right, Pyro's in the game. They don't need to do a patch. Or there's a very small patch and they wouldn't need to do any testing and they can just drop Pyro into the game. Like, it would, they normally do all this early testing, get rid of some bugs, and they may be doing that behind the scenes, but it'd be amazing just for them to be go in-game event, complete it, and then you'll be able to go to the jump point and just do it like some MMOs do in-game events, and they can work amazing. So yeah, be really exciting to see. Moving on, we've got a few sneak peeks from the community. So this is Kat Reeves, who I think works at Robert Space Industry. I'm not sure their title because they don't actually have it on their Twitter, but they posted a picture saying that we're all working so hard, it's time to put this together. So sorry if I don't know who you are, Kat. Maybe I'll meet you over the weekend. But yeah, just thought I'd show this picture that this is what it starts off at. When I'm at the venue and you see what they transformed this place into, it's just going to be that much more impressive. Jared, if you don't know him, another legend, just like the legend. He does all the in-Star Citizens, the social medias. His technical title is creative lead at Star Citizen and Squadron 42. Great personality. Um, we've got a very lot of similarities and love a lot of the same things in pop culture, and I have a lot of respect for how much he's brought to the project. I think everyone that follows Star Citizen does, but so it'll be great to meet him, and I think I will be at some point as well. I can't reveal why yet, but yeah, excited to for that over the weekend. So yeah, look at this venue. It's a blank canvas, and I just can't wait to see what they change it into. It's just going to be incredible. So they're you know, look, this guy here, he's looking up at the ceiling. What are we going to do here? Obviously, lighting rigs. They've got to put the stage in and stuff like that at some point, somewhere. They've got 4,000 seats to put down. There's going to be up to, I think, over 5,000 people in the building over the weekend. Like, actually, at one time. Not just like over the 2 days, adding them together. Over 4,000 attendees. Plus, you've got staff, people running the event and stuff like that. And SIG staff going there as well. CRG staff. It's going to be incredible. So, yeah. Another thing as well I wanted to cover, the ARC star map is not working. This is just the last bit of news I'm going to put out there. Have they got a big update for the star map coming out? Interesting. I also did want to cover, one thing I'm going to do is we're just going to change to that scene real quick, and I'm going to be going live very soon. I don't trust my...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa Sharp. I don't even say her name, she started talking in Spanish to me yesterday. I don't know what is going on. Definitely have a personality complex going on. So I've got something to show you guys and a theory to kind of cover. I need to cover this. So, and this is just dawned on me. It might be completely out there. It might be bonkers. You might be, yeah, what are you talking about? So this is from last year, the Star Engine trailer. Okay. I'm going to stop this music. Right. You see these colours. This is the start of their Star Engine trailer, flying through the universe, showing the potentials of the engine. Okay, wait for it. Now, where is that? Okay, we're flying in. Where are we going? Going to Stanton. Solar system size space. Right, so we're going down here to the right. Okay, let's rewind it. Let's get it so all of them appear. Okay. So this kind of color here. Okay, where is it? Right, it's almost like the Affinity Stones here. I'm wondering if they're showing what the systems are going to be coming to the game. Now, each system's going to have its own color scheme. Okay, this is why I'm thinking of it. Pyro is yellow. It's very like burnt out. The sun's got solar flares happening. When you go for a jump gate, you change into orange from the kind of greeny blue from Stanton. Stanton's green blue. Is that Stanton here or down here? Kind of this aura. And then these other systems, the purple and the blue green, is the other systems coming to the game. There's hints, there's rumors, there's theories, there's crazy talk of people saying there's going to be multiple systems dropped at the same time of Pyro or one other system like Nyx, which they've kind of done a lot of the work for already. Could be a possibility. That would be a massive thing to push out, saying Star System has suddenly just dropped 2 new systems in the game. They've tripled like the amount of systems in the game from 1 to 3. Or are these going to be coming out in the next year and they've just got a little Easter egg in it, or it might just be me going crazy. What we'd need to do is talk to some lore guys. I know Astro Historian may have some details or theories. There's not really, I like whether he knows, okay, this specific system's in a purple nebula. So that'd be like, okay, it could be this one. And this, you know, it's only if this theory works, we'd have to know what systems this would relate to. They're all, you know, not every system's in a nebula essentially, but they all have their own color schemes. So they're differentiated, they look different, they have their own look, their own art design. When you go through jump tunnels, you could associate one color, and when you kind of got halfway through or most of the way through the jump tunnel, you know that you've traversed to the other way. So that's why they kind of want their own color designs as well. If they want 100 systems, you know, there is a lot of colors out there or combinations, so they'll obviously go to the point where they'll do, you know, kind of combine colors together to kind of differentiate them. But yeah, it's just out there. I had to say it. Just let me know if you in the comments what you think about that. Right, I digress. Let's go back to this. So anyway, just to summarize, next full video likely is going to be next week now. So and that'll be the reactions and recap of CitizenCon. YouTube Shorts I'm going to try and do from my phone, or I'm going to bring my iPad with me. So we'll try and do that. If it's going to let me upload them from my phone. I haven't done it before, just what I'm like, it should work. And if not, we're going to be uploading videos to Facebook and live streaming on Facebook and potentially Twitch as well. News and reactions will be coming up as well, so I'll be posting up just like status updates and posts, bar citizens as well, pictures from them or going live when I'm at them as well. So yeah, that's the plan. Be more content coming out. I'll get as much out as I can. I think I may even appear on a couple of other people's live streams. And if you're a content creator or know a content creator that isn't going, that would like to see the event, one thing I think personally from watching last year, and it was great seeing Jared in between the panels last year, but you couldn't really understand what was there or the whole scope of the event. You kind of had to piece it together or then get quite an idea. Or if you wanted to see a bit more of something, if you're watching the main Star Citizen stream, you couldn't ask them just to stop and have a look at this stand or this one, or there's an amazing model. There's a brand new merchant coming this year. So yeah, I'm totally up for video calling or sending you pictures or images or anything to anyone that's not being able to come to the event. If you want more, you know, more content for specifically, or if you want to have a live stream and chat over on floor reaction, and also showing you what is at the actual CitizenCon is yeah, I'm totally up for that, and kind of letting more of the community be able to experience it and feel like they're actually there. I know they're going to do a great job, but most of the focus is going to be on the panels and the news that they're pushing out. So if you want to kind of find out a bit more about what's there, the community booths, you've got the sim rigs, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try and vlog it. I'm working, but we're going to have some breaks in between and be able to step away. So I'll be efficient with my time as much as I can and get, you know, find out as much information as possible. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Really appreciate it. And I will catch you next week's video for my next big video. If not, keep an eye on my socials. Make sure you follow me on all the other platforms. And yeah, much love. Peace out. And remember, like, subscribe, follow, all that.